Merry Christmas, everybody. My name is Chris Pavla. Welcome to What Jesus Says About, where we're talking about the 25 things Jesus says about Christmas to see how it changes the way you and I might celebrate the season when we go straight to the source. Now, this time of year, have you ever felt like you were chasing after the perfect Christmas? I know I have, and then all of a sudden you have this crazy anxiety over silly things like whether kids smiled in a picture or whether the present was the wow factor you were going for or whether Uncle Joe had, too much eggnog. But number 9 shows us how imperfection is definitely a part of the season. So in the biographies of Jesus, there's this account where he says, "I did not come to call the righteous, but sinners." Now you might cringe at the word sin or sinners, and I get that Christians have used those terms as weapons for a long time, and I'm sorry about that. But it's the word Jesus uses because we need a word to describe those things that are bigger than a mistake. Like, what do you call those things that you willingly and intentionally and knowingly do even though you don't want to, or even though that you think that they are wrong? Like when a politician gets on the TV and apologizes for the mistake that they made with their mistress, that's not a mistake. That was a decision that they made. A mistake is, whoops, I forgot to check the lights before I hung them up, or whoops, I put a little bit too much in this eggnog. But for those things that I willingly, knowingly, intentionally, repeatedly do, I need another word for that because a mistake doesn't cut it. And that's why Jesus uses this word sin. And don't mishear him. He's not saying you're a sinner because you sin. He's saying you sin because you're a sinner. It's your condition. And Jesus is saying he's not coming to call those who are self-righteous. He's coming for those who recognize and know they're sinners. He came to sinners. He hung out with sinners. He was described as a friend of sinners. Sinners like you and sinners like me. And how does this change the way you and I celebrate the season? Well, recognize that those who are forgiven the most celebrate the most. This isn't all that Jesus says about Christmas. That's why we got a playlist over here of the other 25 things Jesus says about Christmas. Go ahead and take a look. Also hit like and subscribe. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. Delicious.